Emails, Epstein's brother asked if Vladimir Putin has a picture of Donald Trump giving oral sex to someone named Bubba, which was an old nickname for Bill Clinton. So I guess that's one job Trump has created. I don't know if that oral sex story is true, but I do know that image is burned in my brain like that scene from The Shining.
By the way, I never went to the island. I never had the privilege of going to his island. And I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island.
Warning: what you're about to hear probably needs seatbelts and emotional insurance. Michael Che walks out and folds Trump like a cheap lawn chair at a family cookout. No mercy, no filter, no chance to escape. Every punchline hits harder than the last, and by the time he's done, Trump might honestly need a witness protection plan for his pride. And trust me, this is the kind of roast where the audience literally looks around like, did he seriously just say that?
He said that he will only negotiate with Democrats when they agree to reopen the government, adding that he will not be extorted. Except that one time he famously got extorted by that mattress actress Stormy Daniels.
Trump also reacted to news that Prince Andrew lost the title of prince over ties to Jeffrey Epstein, saying he feels badly for the royal family. Trump even sent Prince Andrew a card to cheer him up.
There are roast moments, and then there's whatever cosmic event happened the night Michael Che decided Trump was his comedic target. That wasn't just a roast, it was a controlled demolition. One second the room was calm, the next it felt like people's souls were levitating as Che dropped jokes sharp enough to slice marble.
Epstein claimed that he was, quote, the one able to take Trump down, which is pretty big talk for a guy who lost to a bedsheet.
I just have to say, in general, I don't really believe in conspiracies because as a member of the Illuminati, I know that we, the lizard people, control everything. And it's really hard to believe that Trump was so oblivious that he didn't notice his good friend was running an international pedophile ring. Though I guess Trump is the one guy on earth who thinks YMCA is a straight...
Che didn't show up with gentle humor. He came armed with the comedy equivalent of a wrecking ball dipped in caffeine and hot sauce. The pace was relentless. People couldn't decide whether to laugh, duck, or call an emotional support line. Trump's face slowly shifted into the expression of a GPS trying to recalculate after driving straight into the ocean.
President Trump impersonated a transgender weightlifter in a speech to graduates at the University of Alabama, which is a sentence so stupid it couldn't even get into the University of Alabama. President Trump responded to a report showing the U.S. economy was declining by posting, "Be patient. And if his brain gets any worse, he's gonna be patient."
Trump wasn't ready for any of it. Not mentally, not spiritually, not even structurally. Che wasn't doing light jokes. He was crafting a full storyline, an operatic humiliation that painted Trump as a walking monument of misplaced confidence wrapped around bizarre decisions. Every joke peeled back another layer, like an onion that made everyone in the room cry.
Ending the government shutdown will fund SNAP through next September, and thank God, because I was this close to donating food. President Trump attended a Washington Commanders game on Sunday, and I guess he hasn't been to one in a while because he showed up in redskin.
Then Che hit the part of the roast where he truly redlined. He went straight for Trump's personality, the bravado, the public persona, the gold-plated lifestyle that screams, "I read motivational posters about myself every morning." He tore into every exaggerated trait until people forgot how to breathe.
Trump addressed a joint session of Congress and claimed that no president has changed government faster than him. Yeah, and nobody changed airport security faster than bin Laden.
The U.S. Navy said that it lost a $60 million F-18 fighter jet after it fell off an aircraft carrier into the ocean. Well, thankfully, there's nobody at the bottom of the ocean who could use an airplane, oh God.
The punchlines kept crashing like waves. Trump tried to sit up straight, tried to look composed, but Che would fire again before he even blinked. He broke down Trump's grand entrances, his dramatic hand motions, the endless self-promotion, turning Trump into a full cartoon character. And Che did it all while switching styles non-stop. Sarcasm, irony, satire, exaggeration, like flipping through a comedy arsenal.
OpenAI has updated its video-generating app Sora to allow users to create cameos of themselves in videos. And they're pretty realistic. I mean, I made this one before the show.
Eventually, even the silence became funny. Every time Che paused, the room panicked, knowing another verbal bomb was coming. Trump tried smiling through it, blinking through it, pretending he was fine, but every joke hit like an eviction notice from reality. Che treated Trump's persona like a museum exhibit of questionable decisions and inflated ego. Trump sat there like a CEO silently realizing the brand forgot to include fire insurance.
Trump traveled to the Middle East this week, and if I were him, I would have just stayed there because it looked awesome. Trump arrived in Saudi Arabia where he was greeted with a lavender carpet which matched the color of his tie and also the length. They also rolled out a mobile McDonald's truck for President Trump's visit, featuring Saudi Arabia's most popular new burger, the McJournalist.
Che didn't stop there. He went after Trump's speaking style. The exaggerated confidence, the dramatic pauses that feel like buffering Wi-Fi, the eternal belief that the crowd is mesmerized even when they're confused. Trump tried laughing along, but every sound from him felt like a worn-out GPS rerouting from disaster. At that point, even the furniture could have laughed.
Trump announced he is selling limited edition gold sneakers for $400. You can check them out on the feed of the guy getting dragged off your flight. Attorney General Pam Bondi claimed that if not for Donald Trump seizing fentanyl at the border, 75% of all Americans could be dead. But hey, don't threaten us with a good time.
By the middle of the night, Che had the entire room in his hands. Every glance, every smirk, every pause sent people into chaos. Trump sat in the blast zone trying to hold his "I've got this" posture, but the wavelength slowly shifted to "Someone please unplug the mic before I evaporate." Then Che went after the myth, the idea that Trump is larger than life. He peeled it apart until only the comedy remained. Trump looked like someone who entered a talent show expecting a trophy and ended up becoming the grand finale punchline.
Elon Musk is reportedly spending nearly every day with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. But don't worry, Elon will leave as soon as he finishes listing all the dinosaurs in alphabetical order. Elon Musk's new Department of Government Efficiency posted a job listing saying that they are looking for people willing to work 80-plus hours a week for no money. But you can't be surprised that the white African guy's first idea is slavery.
The crowd loved it because Che wasn't roasting Trump as a politician. He roasted him as a goldmine of unintentional comedy. The tan, the slogans, the dramatic hand gestures, the belief that every mic stand owes him respect, all of it became fuel. Che closed by reminding everyone that Trump is the exact kind of character comedians dream about. Too dramatic not to mock, too bold not to exaggerate.
Signed an executive order giving refugee status to white people from South Africa. You know, I could have sworn that white people had it good in South Africa. Must be the Mandela effect. The Trump administration announced that after face-to-face talks with China, it is lowering tariffs from 145% to 30%, which is a little like OJ bragging about taking the knife out.
Even after the night ended, the shockwaves didn't. Clips went viral instantly. People replayed Trump's delayed realization face just to laugh again. Comment sections exploded with guesses. Was Trump mad? Confused? Embarrassed? Or just praying nobody caught the moment his soul tried to escape? Spoiler, every angle caught it. Che didn't crush Trump out of hate. He did it because Trump's persona is basically premium roast material.
Trump, while on his trip, said that Iran has sort of agreed to terms for a nuclear deal in the same way Trump has sort of agreed to uphold the Constitution. Many people in Saudi Arabia were very happy with President Trump's visit to the country because rich Saudis love to fly out thick blondes. He will appoint Fox News host Jeanine Pirro as interim U.S. attorney for Washington, D.C. Pirro celebrated the news with a bottle of wine every day for the last 50 years.
That night didn't fade. It became comedy history. Ego, confidence, hype, everything collided with a comedian who had flawless timing. Trump's walk afterward said everything. The walk of someone pretending nothing happened after absolutely falling on his face. Chin up, jacket straightened, but the emotional quicksand was impossible to hide.
The Democratic National Committee protested President Trump's plans to accept a $400 million luxury jet from Qatar by flying a banner over Mar-a-Lago reading Qatar-a-Lago. It's the kind of hilarious stunt that makes you realize why the Democrats will never win again. Ethical experts are also warning that Trump may owe political favors to countries who give him lavish gifts. But based on the way he left the Middle East, I think I know how Trump is going to pay them back.
Meanwhile, Michael Che became a legend. Comedians studied that roast like scientists analyzing a tornado. Slow-motion replays, frame-by-frame breakdowns, entire threads dedicated to the exact second Trump realized the wheel had been snatched out of his hands. It became the roast scale: minor burn, medium roast, heavy roast, and then Che-level incineration. Trump may never admit it publicly, but that moment is permanently renting space in his mind.